everyone, welcome back to the Banana Thumbnail Podcast, where we bring thumbnails to life to crush the competition. Today we've got something really cool lined up for you. Absolutely, we're diving into the epic showdown between Midjourney V7 and DALL-E 4. Which one really makes the best thumbnails? I'm excited to get into the details. Right? This debate is heating up, with the AI image generation market hitting a whopping $1.2 billion. The demand for high-engagement visuals is skyrocketing. If you're running a YouTube channel, a killer thumbnail can make or break your video. Jordan, I totally agree. It's like our founder, Curtis, always says, a video without a great thumbnail is like a sports car without an engine. So, where do we start? What's the experience like using these two tools? Great question. Let's break it down. A lot of newcomers dive in expecting magic, but there's a bit more to it. For beginners, Midjourney's interface can be pretty daunting. About 47% of new users get tripped up on Discord trying to navigate the parameters just to get a simple 16:9 image. Oh wow, that's a significant number. So does it get any easier? Alex, it actually does. The web app they launched in 2025 cut down on Discord dependency by over 62%. Now anyone can just head to midjourney.com and start creating. On the flip side, DALL-E 3 is user-friendly too. It integrates with ChatGPT, making it super easy for beginners to just type out they want and get an image. Jordan, that's a smart move. So Midjourney is good for control and creative pros, while DALL-E is more beginner-friendly. How does that break down for professionals? Alex, exactly. About 52% of Midjourney users are professionals who appreciate the raw control it offers. But DALL-E isn't out of the game. Shopify merchants love it for its straightforwardness. For example, a store called Tech Gadgets Pro saw a 37% increase in conversions by using DALL-E for product mockups. Jordan, that's impressive. So why should creators really consider using these tools for thumbnails? Well, the YouTube algorithm has changed the game. It now heavily prioritizes aesthetically pleasing thumbnails. About 67% of YouTube creators who integrated AI thumbnails reported a 2.3x boost in click-through rates compared to manual designs. Jordan, wow, that's a major difference. But what about aesthetic scoring? Does one tool outperform the other? Alex, good catch. Midjourney V7 scores an impressive 9.2 out of 10 for aesthetic quality, while DALL-E 3 scores a 9.0. That small difference can lead to a 19% increase in click-through rates across the board. So, it's all in the details. Speaking of details, how about anatomy accuracy? Alex, Midjourney V7 has upped its game with a 92.8% accuracy in hand rendering. If your thumbnail features realistic faces showing genuine emotions, you're looking at a 38% higher click-through rate. On the other hand, if your image needs text, DALL-E 3 excels with an 88.5% readability score. That makes total sense. So, it's kind of like a trade-off depending on what you need for your thumbnail. Exactly. Now let's talk about pricing. For creators putting out regular content, understanding costs is crucial. Right, what's the breakdown here? Midjourney's basic plan offers 200 generations a month, effectively costing around $0 per image. DALL-E costs similarly through its API, but keep in mind it has a 14% higher rejection rate. That can add up quickly. Yeah, nobody wants surprise charges when they're trying to create thumbnails. And for agencies, scalability is a big issue. Around 34% of agencies reported that their drafts get exposed in Midjourney's public gallery. Not ideal for confidential work. DALL-E has its own challenges too, with costs potentially hitting $45 a month for 1,000 thumbnails. Jordan, yikes. So what's the best way for creators to set up their workflow with these tools? Prompt engineering is key. Over 56% of Midjourney users find its artistic interpretation a bit tricky, so you want to be precise in your prompts to maintain brand consistency. Midjourney achieves about 85% consistency, while DALL-E hits 76.2%. That's a pretty substantial difference. I imagine it can be frustrating for those trying to nail down a specific look. For sure. And interestingly, a lot of creators use both tools together. They might start with DALL-E for the base composition because it follows prompts literally, and then polish it with Midjourney. That's a smart hybrid approach. So how can someone get started with all this? Alex, first, skip the Discord confusion and go straight to the Midjourney web app. It's way easier for organizing your work. And if you're new to DALL-E, start with ChatGPT to generate thumbnails based on your topic. Sounds like a solid plan. What about those annoying safety filters in DALL-E? Good point. Many users report frustration with DALL-E's filters blocking bold prompts. But don't worry, just rephrase those prompts and you'll be good to go. Midjourney tends to be more lenient, especially for dramatic content. Fantastic. So, to wrap it up, what are the key takeaways? Alex, Midjourney. V7 generally edges out in anatomy accuracy and aesthetic scoring, while DALL-E shines with its text rendering and user-friendly interface. It really depends on what you need for your thumbnails. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks for breaking it down, Alex. Anytime. That's a wrap for this episode of the Banana Thumbnail Podcast. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one.